Welcome to the holiday backtest. As my trading needs lots of improving so I can pass the Topstep Combine in 2024, I'm spending the holiday season backtesting as much of 2022 as I can using ICT concepts. Each episode will have 2 weeks of trade results to go over, and we will also watch my best trade and my worst trade. Let's check it out. So the first 2 weeks results, a total P&L of 1,600, win rate was 37.5%, which desperately needs improving. Average risk to reward 2.8. So a goal that I've set myself is to have a win rate higher than 50% while keeping the same sort of risk to reward. So hopefully by the end of this backtesting series I can achieve that. So I had a total of 9 trades on the New York session with a win rate of 22%, which is shocking. Then I had 7 trades on the London session with a win rate of 57%, which I'm actually really happy with. I was really enjoying the London session. So some rules I've established for my future trading. First one is don't overtrade. I went into this wanting to take less trades and be more selective of the trades that I'm taking, but I've ended up taking more trades than I normally do somehow. The second week wasn't as bad, and the P&L results definitely highlight why that's important. So the second rule is if the previous session had a large expansion, then just skip the current session. Chances are it's going to consolidate, it's going to be crap. Just better off just not bothering. And the third and final one is if I'm eyeing up a trade just before the 9:30 open, just wait just a few minutes at least, just to try and avoid the wicks and the chop about. I do normally try to avoid it anyway, but sometimes it just sort of lines up perfectly with the trade that I want to take. And I don't want to just not bother trading at all, but just wait a few minutes after that 9:30 bell until it settles down and cools off a bit, and then get into the same trade. I know these are all normal rules and rules that I was well aware of before, but until you make the same mistakes over and over and over again during the backtesting, all in a short space of time, you don't realise how much it affects your results. So it's just sort of reinforcing for me to really stick to them and just maybe realise how important they are. Right, we'll quickly go over my best and worst trade. So this was on the New York session, was a profit of $1,040. So we just swept yesterday's low on the London session, and I was looking for a retracement off of that market structure shift. So we've got a 15-minute inverted fair value gap, a 5-minute inverted fair value gap, and yeah, just coincided with that 9:30 open, so I waited a few minutes, which actually helped me get a better entry. So I wanted to stick a limit order in for the top half of that 5-minute inverted fair value gap. And with this, when I'm entering my risk, I'm entering my risk like I would do if I was actually trading futures. Obviously on the FX replay it's a bit difficult to get that, but I'm working out what ticks is my stop loss, and then working out from there what size contracts I'd use if I was actually trading futures. My risk I always aim for 250, but obviously it varies depending on how many contracts you're using, so I sort of try and get it as close to 250 as I can, just to try and keep it as accurate as I can. So we had quite a lot of chop around right near my stop loss, and I was getting a bit concerned. I sort of zoomed out to the 5-minute chart just to see if I needed to move it down at all, just to confirm it was in the right place. And after zooming out to the 5-minute chart, I sort of really confirmed it was in the right place, and it also highlighted to me that we were respecting that 5-minute inverted fair value gap quite nicely. Not one close outside of it, so I was happy with that, left it where it was. And then from there we slowly moved up and took those Asia highs. Yeah, it was a lovely trade. Got a full reward out of that. Right, my worst trade. So this was also the New York AM session. It wasn't necessarily that it was too bad of a trade. I just had the sort of wrong idea. But why I've selected it as my worst trade was because I'd already had 2 winning trades that day. I had one win on the London and 1 win before the 9:30 open. So from them 2 wins, I was already up $1,100. There was not really any need for me to take a third trade. So what I should have done is just not bothered, left well alone, and I'd have ended up closing the day at 1100, but instead I took a $250 loss on top of that. So yeah, it stopped me out quite quick, and yeah, I just had the wrong idea. One of them. Right, that's it from me. I'm gonna try and get these uploaded as much as I can, but where I'm sort of still looking for trades here and there, just for the last sort of week of December, I'm a bit slower on them than I would like to be. I don't think I'm gonna do the whole of 2022 like I wanted to, but I wanna do as much as I can, and I'll keep going until sort of the second week of January, and then I'll probably go back to normal trading. But hopefully by then, I've learned a lot and can go in and smash a Topstep Combine. Right, see you next time. Have a good one.